Okay guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me on my first adventure into the Dorothea Dix Cemetery. This is my first time here ever recording. I've been here a couple times during the day, so let's see what happens. Okay. I've been here during the day. I was recording with my cell phone, and I did capture an EVP of a female. And that was actually a pretty good one. Came out and said, "Can you help me?" It was a little hard to hear over my voice, or not my voice, I'm sorry, over the sounds of the grass. Now, we just had a lot of rain and a thunderstorm come through, so the sound of the grass should not be a problem tonight, and nor should the mosquito. What was that? That sounded like a woman scream. That was weird. Now, this cemetery has been here, well, the first body was laid around 1856, 1858, somewhere around in there. And it was utilized until 1970, until they closed it down. Starting to get the chills, goosebumps. Hello? Is there anybody here? If so, speak into this little box in my hand. I do have a digital recorder going. Now, there are 900 people laid to rest here in this cemetery. Only about 756, I believe, were actually identified. Now, there are a few grave markers, as you can see right there, probably about 7 or 8 of them. But the majority, I'll show you here real quick, look like this. They're small little rocks with their name and year on it. But there's a lot of them that have not been identified, which is sad, really. So this place was in function through the Civil War. The hospital itself, see that light right there? There's some lights over there. But most of the hospital is over there. The main part of it was put up by Dorothea Dix. Mosquitoes are out a little bit. I can feel them. But can you imagine what these people have gone through? Because, the mental institutions back then were into some freaky stuff. Torture, and a lot of them weren't even up to standard hygiene wise. A lot of people were neglected and tortured, which is sad. Now, Dorothea Dix, the hospital itself, was closed down in 2012. And now the state is using it for offices. I'm not sure if there's any abandoned parts of the hospital. I need to look into that and see if I can go in there and investigate inside there. I knew someone who worked in actually knew a couple people that worked there inside the hospital. And they definitely said it was haunted. There were ghosts and everything going on down there. Is there anybody here with me? You can talk to me into this little black box in my hand. And if you speak loud enough, I might actually be able to hear you with my own ears. Got downtown Raleigh right there. I remember reading that they put the trees around the cemetery to hide the landfill. And tried to find out where that landfill was, but the only thing I can think of, it was probably back around in here. Now I know there's another Dorothea Dix hospital that's up in New England. I think that was the first one. I did bring some bug spray out, but I forgot it in the car. Yeah. The rain cooled it off a little bit, but didn't do much for the humidity. So if there are spirits here with me, how long have you been here? And why are you still here? Why are you still hanging around where your body is laid to rest? Why haven't you moved on? Are you stuck? Are you trapped? Ooh, mosquitoes are getting on me. That was me moving the digital recorder, scratching my arm. Mosquitoes. Should have put the bug spray on. The repellent. It's quite nice out here tonight. So yeah, this being my first video and first ever investigation by myself at night at this very spot. This is something that I plan on doing. I would like to do this, as an occupation, as a job. Go around doing paranormal investigations. Right now I'm only able to do it throughout the state. And I do have quite a few places lined up that I want to go and investigate. Now there's 2 more cemeteries here in Raleigh that I want to go to. There's the oldest cemetery in Raleigh. It was 1796, I believe, was when it was established as a cemetery. That's the city cemetery downtown. And I went there during the day a couple times. And I caught quite a few EVPs there. So I'm eager to get there next. Do an investigation there. I was actually expected to be back to work by last month. But with the way things are going. I just heard something. It sounded like chains rattling. That's weird. It's creepy. It's like your typical sound you hear at a haunted house. But yeah, I want to go check out that cemetery. Now there's another one, and it's huge. But that one closes down at 4 every day, so I won't be able to do any type of night investigations there. But it's got some nice architecture there. Some very cool mausoleums and grave markers. Hearing voices. I just heard a man talk. Now, this is a state park now. Mosquitoes. And it's open, to the public 24/7. So there could be doggone mosquitoes. I might have to go to the car and spray myself down. Yeah, this is open to the public, so it could be anybody walking around. But this is a really nice place, a real beautiful place during the day. I would say at night too, but you really can't see much during the day or during the night. I'm just happy there's enough light out here tonight to where I don't need to use my flashlight. I think I've only... Yeah, I remembered to bring it. I thought I forgot it in the car. People always say that, always ask, how can you go to a cemetery at night? Isn't it scary? Well, yeah, it is a little scary. The thought of walking around bodies laid to rest. You're walking around dead bodies at night. But it's hallowed ground. There shouldn't be any demonic forces around. And you'd figure most people would be, the spirits would move on. Go up to the gates, the pearly gates to heaven. And then there are some doggone mosquito. Flew right in my ear and scared the crap out of me. Itching my face. But then you have, I know there are haunted cemeteries. I think a lot of those hauntings are, now I could be wrong, from suicides and murders. And sometimes there's those that they want their story told first before they move on. And people know the absolute truth about them. Which I can understand. I can see that. And I guess there's ones that are so attached to their mortal coil that they think they're still alive. Now, I watched a lot of Franco TV and Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Watching Franco, he was the one that helped me build up the courage to come out and do this. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I was too afraid. But then seeing him go and to the places that he goes to and does what he does, it kind of gave me the courage, so to speak, to get out here and do this. So I guess you can say that Franco is the reason I'm out here. If my channel gets popular enough, I'll see if we can do a collaboration, because there is a place here in North Carolina that I will not go during the night. It is Fele Cruces, North Carolina. I think it's up in the mountains. There's a church there, and if you drive past it at night, oh, there's a car coming. Is he coming down here? Nope, going that way. But as I was saying, there's a church there with a cemetery, and if you drive past it at night, a demon dog jumps out from behind the tombstones and chases your car. And they say that doesn't matter how fast you drive, it will keep up with you. And if you don't drive fast enough, it'll catch you. But that is one place. Walk that cemetery with Franco. That's pretty much the only way I'd have the guts to do it. Now, I don't know if anyone has already talked to me through this box in my hand. Is anybody here with me? I heard voices again. Coming from over there. Someone's talking. Mosquito on my back. Ugh. Doggone mosquitoes. Leave it to me to go out and buy some insect repellent and completely forget to put it on. Hearing something over there. Mosquito in my ear. Again. I heard something kind of like clicking over here. Scratching my face. Yeah, if you hear me saying, you know, what I'm doing, like scratching my face, or that was me, I'm marking the digital recorder. So I know that was me making whatever noise it was. that I heard on the digital recorder. Any of you want to talk? I'm here to hear your story. Listen to you. If you have something to say. Do you have something to say? I know you all had a rough life, being locked up in a mental institution, but hopefully it was, you weren't tortured. I hope you were given the proper care, but if not, I'm sorry to hear it. I'm gonna get ready to go. So, if you have something to say, go ahead and tell me. And thank you for talking to me and allowing me to come out here and talk with you. And I apologize if I stepped on any of your graves.